Hello everyone, I am Erika of BEADIngschool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly beading workshop that makes sure that every beader all around the world has company. Today we are going to work on my colleague Veronka's beautiful design, the Snow White bracelet, and I can't wait to start. Please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I would like to make sure that it's all right. And Sandra already says that she can see me and hear me. Thank you so much. And hi, Ula and Sandra and Donna and Kathy is here and Antoinette. Tanya is here, Marianne, Natalie. Wonderful. Oh, Faye woke up early today in New Zealand. Marta, Katja, Sherry is here. My American friends, I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving yesterday, or everyone who celebrates from all around the world. Maybe you are from the US originally, but you moved abroad. So wherever you are, I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. And I'm also looking forward to a beautiful evening today. So you can watch today's live video from the Beading School Facebook club and also from the Beading School Facebook page. And in case that you are in the club, then if you don't hear your name, then it means that I don't see your name. I see you as Facebook user. And in that case, you might need to click on the link that is in the description about the video to enable my broadcasting program to see your name. And then I can greet you personally, or also it's easier when you ask a question and I want to answer you. And afterward, I will also upload the video, the recording, to YouTube, so you can watch it again, or if you have some beading friends, then you can recommend them checking it out there. So thank you everyone for joining. It's already nearly 40 of us. I also see Martina and Linda and Corinne and Krai and Elena. Oh, so nice to see you all. Sue. Then we have someone from Nova Scotia. Lutka is here. Katarina is here. So ladies, I am really happy that you made it today. Before we would start, before I would tell you about the material that you need, then I would like to ask you, did you do a square stitch bezel for the middle of your motif already? If you haven't done it yet, then I would like to ask you to start bezeling now. I will not explain step by step how you need to do the square stitch bezel, since that is a basic stitch that I would not want to repeat again and again. We use it very often. So you can find a video and also a free gift tutorial at beadingschool.com if you need some extra instructions. And if you don't have it yet, please start bezeling your 8mm cabochon with square stitch bezel. You can use a PRECIOSA NACRE cabochon, you can use a CHATON, a Rivoli, it doesn't matter. What's important that it needs to be circular, 8mm in diameter, and bezeled with square stitch bezel, starting with 22 pieces of MIYUKI DELICA size 11s. And also there are the printable PDF instructions waiting for you at noonehas2beadalone.com, where you can download them either for free and accept it as or helping hand, or you can download it by supporting a broadcast and buying it for €5. So noonehas2beadalone.com is the address where you can find the PDF of the tutorial, and the free version is available for 3 days starting today. So today and over the weekend, it will go away on Monday, and then it will be available in the Beading School bead shop. And of course, you can save it to your computer, you can print it for later, it's up to you. And we also have here Ginny and Margareta and Gunel, and Ellie is here. Ellie has joined us yesterday, welcome. And I actually see also some more new names. Kra is also new. So as far as I remember. So welcome, ladies. I'm super happy that you made it. And everyone, please say hi and say a big welcome to our new beaders. Please tell us in a comment, where are you from? Where are you watching from? I'm curious. Oh, Shelley says that she's from the States and from the United States. Then good morning to you, Shelley. I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving yesterday. Bernadette is here too. Bernadette is from Hungary, I guess. We have some more Facebook user friends. Martha says she's from Colorado. I also hope that you had a beautiful Thanksgiving yesterday. And Tanya is greeting our new reading friends. Antoinette also. Oh, Ellie is from New York. Beautiful. I hope to get there one day. You know, ladies, what I really love about the energy of our community is that older friends and new friends, they support each other in such a nice way. And very, very soon after starting with beading with us, our new members are like blooming and sharing and being proud of themselves. And anytime when they have a question, then even if I'm not awake that time of the day because I'm in a different time zone or I'm just not on social media at the moment, then I know that everyone will have an answer and everyone will get support in the club. So thank you so much for all the energy that you bring to the community. We also have here Angelica, Facebook user friend from California. Elena is here also. And as Martina says, a warm welcome to all the new students. So, ladies, please download the tutorial. And in the meanwhile, I will tell you what do you need for today's motif. So, Veronica, I will put a bigger picture of her jewel on the screen. Zuzi was helping out Veronica with the pictures and she made this beautiful, very atmospheric picture in the Christmas mood and mulled wine mood, I would say, for Veronica. And as you can see, Veronica beaded the motif as a full bracelet. And as I told you, it's up to you what kind of cabochon do you want to use. And you can see a beautiful example here because she is alternating between the PRECIOSA chatons and between the PRECIOSA NACRE pearl cabochons. So also there is a difference in the color of the bicones that she was using, but everything is blending in so nicely that you actually need to, I think, double check to see like, yay, the motifs are not the same. So indeed, you can play with the components and the colors in this. So Veronica's is a bracelet, but actually you can make this motif also into a pair of earrings, for example. That's what I am doing. I will show you my first half of the earrings in a little while, and even the bracelet. You can connect the motifs to each other by the long side or by the short side. It's up to you. You can add some connectors in between the motifs, either some more bezeled cabochons or just some metal components or bigger beads. It's up to you. And of course, it can also become a little pendant if that's what you like. It's super versatile. And if you will have any questions like, okay, Erika, but then how do I turn it into a pendant? How do I connect the motifs to each other? Then please just post your question in the Beading School Club, and we will be there to help you. So these are just a few possibilities of what you can make with your motif. And now let's see, what do you need? I will switch now and show my second camera. So please, again, let me know if you can still hear me well, because it's always a risky moment when I am switching in between my two cameras. So please let me know. Thank you so much. So I hope that you can still hear me. And hi, Irina, in the meanwhile. So this is, by the way, how my first motif looks like. So I bezeled a PRECIOSA chaton in cyan color. I used the full Labrador, the full silver 3mm BICONE beads. And besides those, I also needed some 4mm round pearls. I needed half TILA and TILA beads, MIYUKI slender bugles in the size 6mm, and then some seed beads. From the seed beads, I used MIYUKI DELICA size 11 for bezeling the cabochon, and then there are some MIYUKI DELICA size, not DELICA, MIYUKI round size 11s here in the inner circle, or like the middle circle, and then on two sides where my connections will be, there are two groups of 3 size 15 MIYUKI seed beads. So this is how my motif looks like at the moment. And I will add a crystal connector with an earring hook to the top. And I don't know yet what will I hang at the bottom, but there will be a pendant. I'm not sure about it yet. Everything except the pendant comes from the new Lucius Light Beading School Academy team box. So if you are a fellow Beading School Academy student, then you have everything on hand already in your box, exactly as it looks like. Also in the fuchsia box, also the connector and also the earring component. So I'm really happy in the meanwhile that the sound is okay. I was checking your comments. Thank you so much for letting me know. And ladies, do you have any questions in general about the material what you need, or maybe about downloading the tutorial? So before we would start beading, then I would like to make sure that everything is clear about the material, about the beads and components that you need. And look at those bicones in the meanwhile, how sparkly they are, reflecting the light. And in the meanwhile, Nancy joined us. Hi, Nancy. And Tanya says, yes, because otherwise your earring would be way too short and would not be you. And indeed, Tanya knows me very well that the longer the better for me. I'm a big fan of super long earrings. So I would be also happy by joining maybe 2 or 3 of these components into a very, very long earring, and even then attaching a drop at the bottom. And Margaret is asking, Erika, did you mix gold and silver components? Yeah, actually, I am mixing gold and silver, or sometimes even bronze components to each other. So I don't mind that. But of course, it is a very personal choice. What I found when I was thinking about the finishing touches of this earring is that when I added the connector and the earring, when I put them next to the motif, then I thought like, okay, this is doable, but I need something more. So to balance out the gold color in the component, that's actually why I am also 100% sure that I need a pendant or some kind of charm at the bottom where the golden color comes back. In the motif itself, I don't have any golden or bronze shade. So without this, it was a little bit weird for me. But by adding this charm, or I don't know, maybe this one, or maybe this one, I did not make up my mind yet, then I could balance out the golden color. So I'm fine with mixing metals, absolutely. And Facebook user friend joined, and thank you. And Ginny is excited because her box is coming today. And Cheryl says she likes the last one, and Faye also likes the fan. And Ellie also shares their opinion. And Susie joined us. Oh, Katarina also says that the last one. And Margareta is also waiting for her box. Exciting times, ladies. And I think I also have to agree with you that probably the fan is the best. But let's start beading. Susie is frantically looking for a pre-bezeled cabochon in her box. I already have mine, and it's, by the way, super handy to have some pre-bezeled cabochons in your stash, exactly for this event, in your favorite colors. And now I will also put the illustrations on the screen so you can see now what I am beading, and you can see the illustrations too. Cheryl is asking if the fan is also on the site. It is indeed. Everything what I use is available at this site. So Susie, dear friend and colleague, if you found your UFO bezel, would you be so kind, please, to look for the link? Thank you so much. And let's start. So step one is showing you that you need to have a square stitch bezeled cabochon. So please let me know, do you have your square stitch bezels? I do have mine, so very soon I will go to step 2. Just want to say hi also to our dear Joanna. Enjoy the time with your family, Joanna, and thanks for checking in. And if you have your square stitch bezel, then please bead into a MIYUKI DELICA bead that is in the middle row of the bezel. So that's where we are going to start step 2. We will bead through a bit more beads. because sometimes I need to even out the beads in the bezel. Just a bit of adjustment. So this is where I am starting. And I will be starting by adding some picots all around the motif. For the picots, I will use 4mm round pearls and also 3mm BICONE beads. And always I will use a round MIYUKI seed bead in size 11 to hold them. So I start by exiting a DELICA in the middle row of the bezel, as you can see, and then I pick up a 4mm round pearl and a round 11 MIYUKI bead. I let them fall where they need to go, and then I bead back through the 4mm round pearl. This is what we call a picot. So now that single round 11 is holding the 4mm round pearl. And to get to the next place where I need to add a picot, I bead through 3 MIYUKI delicas in the bezel, starting with the MIYUKI delica that I was exiting at the beginning of this step and where the 4mm round pearl is attached. There will be 1 MIYUKI delica between these two picots, so that's why I'm beading through 3 right away. Now I attach my second picot, and the second picot consists of a 3mm BICONE and again a round 11 seed bead. So first of all, I let my beads fall where they belong to, and then I bead back through the BICONE. Second picot, and I bead again from the through the delica that is holding the BICONE, and 2 more, so 3 delica beads all together. And now I repeat nearly the same. There will be one small difference now. I pick up 1 BICONE and 1 round 11 again. I bead back through the BICONE, and the difference is that this time I will bead through 4 MIYUKI delicas in the bezel. I bead through the one that I was exiting before picking up this last BICONE, 2 delica beads that will be in between 2 picots, and then 1 more which will be holding the next picot. So there is 1 delica between these two, 1 delica between these two, but now I will skip 2. And Ellie, thank you so much for the idea. In the past, we actually used to do that, but didn't get a lot of response. So after a while, we stopped. I didn't know if it was like still valuable for beaders or not. We used to mirror the instructions in the PDF. And hi, Belinda. So now I will add some more picots. First, a picot with a 3mm BICONE, and always around 11 seed bead, holding a BICONE, the main bead of the picot. So now I bead through 3 DELICA beads. How is it going, ladies, by the way? Are you okay with the instructions? Do you need anything to be explained once more? Do you need some additional information? I'm adding now my second BICONE in this group. And then in the middle of the group, there will be a 4mm pearl again. And Maria joined us also. And Joanna is traveling with her box. Joanna says her box arrived just before she left for the road trip. So now the box is traveling with her. Enjoy exploring what's inside. And Cynthia says it's okay for her. The instructions, thank you for letting me know, Cynthia. I am just adding the 4mm pearl in the middle of this group. It's always like a group of 5 picos. 2 bicones, a pearl, and 2 more bicones. And inside of the group, there is always 1 delica in between 2 beads, but between the 2 big groups on the sides, there are 2 delicas. And we started in the middle of the first group, and then we skipped the 2 delicas. Now we are beading the full group of 2 bicones, pearls, 2 bicones. We will skip 2 delicas and then finish off the first. And Cheryl says, I love mine and the idea to kit up each project so I know what I have beads components for was a great tip. And that's so nice that you already did that with your first box, Cheryl. Like, I love seeing it when our beaders do the mini kits for the projects from the Academy box. There are like now quite a lot of fellow designers working with the box. So it's me, it's my colleague Susie, it's my colleague Veronica, and then there is also Ruxandra Pushkash, and now even Vicky joined us, Vicky, editor of Bead magazine, and sometimes even beady YouTubers like Alessia of Beautiful Nights or Gina of Orchid and Opal are designing projects from the box. So of course, sometimes we are using the same components and you need to make a decision if you would like to bead one or the other design. So we always start by compiling a big article of all the jewels that are finished by that time. And we are always adding during that theme when a designer finishes a project. So it is a good starting point. There are the little material lists, and you can already put aside beads for the projects that you would like to bead the most. And then of course you also can decide like, okay, I really like Veronica's Snow White bracelet, so I want it as a bracelet, I put aside more beads for it. Or okay, this for me it speaks more if it becomes an earring, so then you need a little bit less and maybe use the beads and components for something else. So it's completely up to you, and it's very, very personalizable that what and how would you like to bead. And Patty joined us in the meanwhile. She finds this super cute. And ladies, please don't tell Veronka. She's dead afraid of spiders, as I found out when she was visiting me during the summer. But when I was beading my first motif of this, then I was like, oh, what a cute little spider. It looks like, okay, it has like a head, it has 8 legs, and then it has a separate bomb. But for me, it was somewhat of a spider, but I hope Veronka did not realize it. And Cynthia has a question in the meanwhile. Are there 14mm ones to make a bigger component? Sorry, Cynthia, do you mean like 14mm glass cabochons or 14mm chatons? Can you please tell me more? Oh, then I see the rest of your question in this cabochon color. Actually, PRECIOSA does not have the bigger cabochons available in many colors, so it is an issue, but there are glass cabochons available in different colors. And Ellie and Katrina say they miss the beading magazines. Me too, ladies. Me too. Especially Bead and Button. Wow. I was lucky to teach at the last Bead and Button show, and I did not want to believe when they stopped. And I finished, in the meanwhile, step 2 by getting back to the first pearl that I have added, and I beaded up through the pearl, and then I'm also beading through the round 11 that is at the top of the pico. And Cheryl is asking, will you tell us where you stopped for earrings, please? And I beaded this whole motif, so you don't need to stop. It's basically the same as for a bracelet. And let's go for step 3 now. So I'm exiting the round 11 seed bead on top of the pearl. And now I will be connecting the round 11 seed beads that are holding the bigger beads. So this is going to be a fun step, very fast, and the little spider will nearly become a jewel already. So I am exiting the round 11 at the top, and first I pick up a 6mm MIYUKI slender bugle. I bead through the round 11 on top of the first bicone. Now I pick up a half TILA. Be careful to turn it bumpy side up. The two sides of half TILAs are not identical. And then I bead through the round 11 at the top of the next bicone. Now I am at the big gap where I skipped 2 MIYUKI delicas in the bezel, and I pick up a half TILA to fill it into this big gap. And then I mirror the sequence, so I am now adding a half TILA in between the two bicones with the small gap in between where I skipped only one. And now I am connecting the bicone and the pearl with the MIYUKI slender bugle beads. So how is it going, ladies? Is everything all right? And Patty is asking, is there a method to make a larger bezel? Do you mean for the square stitch bezel, or do you mean for exactly this motif, Betty? Oh, Cynthia says, I can't wait to see it. I know it's going to be gorgeous. I'm pretty sure too. So now I will be adding the same beads. So bugle, half tila, tila, half tila, bugle again. And then I will be repeating the thread pass to make the whole motif sturdier. And while I'm doing that, then I will also try to answer your questions that you posted in the meanwhile. Facebook user friend says, I'm making earrings and a pendant to wear with my red dress on Christmas Day. We wanted to see a picture. I don't see your name, unfortunately, but I hope you will show us a picture when you are wearing this beautiful set with your festive outfit. And Joanna reached her destination. Then I'm glad that you safely arrived, Joanna, and enjoy the weekend very much. And Angelica has a question. Are 100% Beading School Academy users actually ladies, or do we have gentlemen too? So, as far as I know, and what a good question, Angelica. As far as I know, then our students are only ladies for now. We are, of course, absolutely open to anyone, but I don't recall seeing a gentleman joining by now. Of course, I can be mistaken, but I'm pretty well in picture, I think, that who are our students, as we have like usually a very personal relationship in the group, at least, that we are posting and sharing and asking questions and helping each other. So we don't have a gentleman between the academy students. However, we had gentlemen during the Beading School Advent calendar last year. So yeah, we do have gentlemen. And Ellie has a question. Since I just joined, will I get this box? Yes, dear Ellie. It is the one that you are starting with. So as I recall, you joined yesterday. So your team box should already be on its way. The team in the treasury already posted it. And if you are in the States, then you should get it in about 10 days, I think. Before the holiday season, it was a bit faster, 5-6 days, but now I see the shipping slowing down a little bit, actually. So in about 10 days, you should have it, I think. And Patty was asking about square stitch. Indeed, you can do it with bigger cabochons. The first signature jewel from the Lucia's Lightbox, the Scarlet, it is done with a 12mm Rivoli, so absolutely possible. And Susan says, this is so lovely. I'm glad that you like it. And Margareta says, is in the motif a magic number? I think here not so much, maybe just 2, because there are 2 identical parts of the motif. We always say that there is like a magic number, that, for example, in this motif we had to make the repetitions 6 times. So here the magic number was 6, repeating the same sequence 6 times. Or in this motif, the magic number was 11 because we were repeating everything 11 times. But now we are doing only 2 identical parts, so the magic number I think it's not so important this time. And Ellie says that the Lucia box makes her very happy, and we are also very happy that you found us, and wishing you lots of fun and fun with beading school. So if you are ready with step 3, then please finish by beading through both holes of a half TILA bead that is above a TILA. So you should finish this step by beading through the outside open hole of the half TILA with your thread hanging towards a TILA bead. And when you are there, then you can continue with step 4. Oh, and this is again a very nice fast step. I love it when it's like coming together at the end. So now, in between the half TILA and the TILA bead, the open holes, or like outside holes, I will add 4mm round pearls also into this gap. Everyone is beading, by the way, in the Lucia's light colors, or do you also have other colors on your bead mat maybe? And now, while waiting for your answers, I will be adding some bugle beads. I always use the slender bugles from this size, the 6mm, as they are thinner, more elegant, and I think they are less prone to being sharp or to break than the usual bugles. So now I picked up a bugle and I bead through the round 11 holding the pearl, and be careful because depending on your tension, you can have now, sorry, I made a mistake. So here you need a 3mm BICONE too. I was like, what's happening? Why is it so domed? So here, exiting the half TILA, you need a BICONE and a bugle to make up for this length. And when you pull your thread, then the new bugle will be, depending on your tension, nesting slightly below the previous bugle bead. And then on the other side, you pick up bugle plus BICONE and you bead through the open hole of the half TILA. And the rest of the step is the same, adding 4mm round pearls in between the open holes of the half TILAs and the TILAs, and bugles and BICONEs in between the half TILAs and the round 11s. And Belinda says, I have gotten the box or an order in as little as 5 days all the way to Oregon, but it can take a lot longer, 3 weeks or so. Patience is required. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Belinda. It really fluctuates, I think, depending on the busyness of shipping services. So I expect that in December it will take longer, but as Belinda says, when there is like nothing special happening, then it can be very, very, very fast. And Angelica says, I am doing mine in dark green and gold with a polymer clay cabochon I made myself. Yay! That's so nice. I'm curious to see it. Corinna does have intentions to make it in more colors. Ginny is working with other colors. She doesn't have her box yet. Margaret indeed says, don't forget the BICONE. Tanya says she didn't put together her material yet, but she will do it in other colors. I'm also curious to see yours, Tanya. Cynthia says that probably she will use these colors. The reds are her favorite. Oh. And Cheryl has an idea. Do you think the True to Gold from the box would work instead of BICONE to bring more gold? It is a good idea, but I think only if you pair it with around 15 maybe, because the True to is smaller by quite a lot than the BICONE. So you can play with it and figure it out, but on its own it would not work, I'm afraid. And Elena says, Erika, please tell me, what kind of needle are you using now? Dear Elena, the kind of needle that I could find in the huge mess that I'm having now on my beading mats. I think it's actually a short tulip needle that is more for like bead embroidery, but I'm not 100% sure, and I definitely can't give any specific informations. Sorry. I'm very bad with my needles. Luckily, I don't have pets that would be in danger, and I try to be careful. And what's funny, I have never stabbed into the needle. I did not really find needles in other places in the flat, but they are disappearing from my bead mat. So that is creepy a bit. And Sherry says that indeed also snowstorms can slow down everything in shipping. So not only the holidays, indeed. Ooh, and Ellie will make some dichroic fused cabochons. That sounds great. So now I made the full circle, and I remember from Veronika's directions that I need to now repeat my thread path. So that's what I'm doing. To make it more stable. And since I like working counterclockwise, then I just switched to the back of the motif, but you can go either way. It's up to you how you like to hold it. It doesn't matter at all. Oh, Susie is working with sage. That's one of my favorite greens. I hope you will show us a picture very soon. What are you making, Susie? Cynthia says she likes emerald green. Oh. And Angelica says, I found my needle yesterday stuck in my bathrobe. Let me tell you, my buttock won't forget it anytime soon. Oh my God, Angelica, that sounds horrible. Oh. And Marta says, I liked the domed shape. Me too, a lot. Veronika's designs are so clever in the construction. Like, I'm always amazed by her ideas. She's more of a I will not bead 100 designs from other designers and then do my thing, but she just learned the basics and then straight away she was on her own path, and you can really feel it that she's walking on a different path than the usual. So if you want to like try some interesting bezels, for example, or technical solutions for also other kinds of components, then I really recommend looking up her tutorials at Beadingschool. And I got all around my motif. And now, one small finishing touch, a little bit of framing the motif. So I will add a MIYUKI bugle bead, the same one that I was using before, in between two pearls on the side of the TILA. So it will look as if the motif would be framed. And I will add a group of 3 round 15 seed beads in between the two bugles next to the round 11. Oh, Betty, thank you so much for your kind words. And Faye says, in the meanwhile, I noticed there is a lot of green in our shops at the moment, so Zuzi's sage would fit right in. Sage is great. And Natalie, she says, I have a little magnetic dish that holds my needles and pins on my work surface. Natalie, I will need to look into it. Like, I'm really afraid that one day the needles will all resurface, and they will resurface in like Adam's chair or something, with his clothes. Not even mine. I should be punished for not keeping track of my needles, but if it would be him, I would be mortified. And Ula's working on the harmony bracelet. Go, Ula, go! We should all cheer Ula and send her strength and perseverance. Lots of repetitions, lots of bezeling, but it is so worth it. All the versions that I have seen from Miriam, from Sarah, from Irina, from everyone, they are so beautiful. So go, Ula. And Susie says, I hope earrings for a friend. I want to barter them with her husband. He's a knife maker. I need one for me when I go mushroom picking. Thinking of it, if I might need to make a whole set to balance the value. And Sherry is also working on the harmony. Oh, and Mary says, it is reassuring that I am not the only one who loses their needles. Oh, and Tanya started the harmony necklace. Oh, then also lots of patience to you, Tanya. That is like slightly less bezeling, as you need only 12 bezels. However, there are like lots of tiny details at the end to keep track of. So I haven't seen a harmony necklace yet. I'm really looking forward to it. And Irina says, sorry, my phone acts weird and sends crying faces. Sometimes it happens. And ladies, I have finished my motif now. So Cheryl was asking that how did I make it into a into an earring. So it's not completely done yet, but this is the point where the motif is finished and it's identical in the bracelet and in the earrings that I am making. And Veronka was joining her motifs in the bracelet. Let me show you just a moment. By joining the bugle beads next to the tilas to each other. So by attaching the bugles with 2 square stitches to each other, you can join them easily. Or you can actually join them also this way if you would like to have a wider bracelet. And am I the only one? But if this reminds me also of like kind of a Halloween motif, a spider web. Still keep it as a secret from Veronka. I'm talking so much about spiders in connection with her bracelet. She would be mortified. And Christina is here. Hi, Christina. So, ladies, do you have any questions left? Katarina says, a wonderful motif and perfect colors. Glad you like them. So, if you don't have any more questions left, then I would like to just share with you some news what's coming very soon. I hope that you can still hear me. I was switching my camera, so again, risky moment, as I have some very nice news to share with you. So first of all, next week on Monday, we will have our last meeting in the Seed Beads and More group. I don't want to believe it went so fast. And yeah, we will be talking about the mandala necklace and also some other possible ideas what you can make with your motif. Thank you for letting me know that the sound is okay. And afterwards, on Tuesday, something exciting is waiting for you. So I have a surprise. Beading School and the Bead Workers Guild, you know them very well from the journal. We will have a little thing together. So Rowena, who is the editor of the journal, she will be joining me and we will bead together on Tuesdays these snowflakes from Super Duos and Seed Beads. So you can join us from the Beading School Facebook page or from the Bead Workers Guild page. This time not from the club, as I can broadcast in good quality to 2 different channels, but not everywhere. So if you are already in the mood for snowflakes, maybe not Faye, who is in New Zealand, but Faye, at least you can start preparing for the snowy season in time. So let's prepare some Super Duos, size 15 seed beads, size 11 seed beads, and we will be together with Rowena beading this snowflake. Ellie is asking how she can get the journal, so I will post a link to it where you can get it and become a member. And I think it's so exciting to be like a guild member. Doesn't it sound like absolutely like as out of a novel or fairy tale? I don't know, like guilds and guild members, and it's just wonderful to belong together, and the guild is doing an awesome job by putting together this journal and helping the beading world in many different ways. And Marta has a question. When will Vicky's tutorial be ready? So that one will come a little bit later, in about 2 weeks, I think. Just keep an eye on everything in the virtual classroom and on the page. Vicky has a deadline now, as she's the editor of the other big beading magazine that I am following, the Bead magazine of the UK, and I know that she has a deadline this week, so super busy. And next Friday, we will have No One Has to Bead Alone again. So you can check out the events part of beadingschool.com. And oh, Roma has a question. Hi, Roma. And Marta says the sound is weird, but I checked and it's the same setting. So for now, I don't know what to do with it. Is it bad for everyone? So Roma would like to see how to make the earrings. Just a sec. So I will make the earrings. I will turn the motif this way, and then where are my components? Okay, I am losing not only needles, but I lost my earring component while I am sitting here and beading. So this is a magic beading mat, and it's swallowing things, I think. So I am exiting the middle round 15 in the group of 3 seed beads, and then I will connect there the earring component, and at the bottom on the opposite side I will connect the pendant drop. I have an article on the Beading School blog where I have in detail the thread paths, what you need for making connections between metal components and between beaded motifs. So no matter how the loop of your of your metal component is turned, if it's side to side or if it's front to back, then I am showing you there a thread path that you can choose depending on the orientation of the loop. So Roma, I will also post that afterwards. So just to remember what I need to share with you ladies, I need to share the Guild magazine, and I need to share the article with the loops. Erika made some notes. And yeah, so that's it. And one more thing that many of you were asking, how you can use the big 16mm PRECIOSA NACRE component from the Lucius Lightbox. So now we have a tutorial available from Ruxandra. It's already on the website, where she used the 16mm component. So it's a beautiful one, and I love Ruxandra's jewels because not only because of the looks, because it's just simply beautiful, but also because she always comes up with like very imaginative thread passes and technical solutions. So every time when I'm looking at them, then I'm learning from them. And we always we always proof bead to help her, either Zuzi or Veronka. So when I am showing one of Ruxandra's designs that Zuzi, Veronka, who would like to volunteer to proof beaded, then they're like, me. So there is a competition that who can do it. So this is waiting for you. And if you like the NACRE component in this size, then there are now also the other colors, all the possible colors available in the bead shop, also in the form of a dangerous fuchsia box. So the dangerous fuchsia box, it contains 15 different colors, 2 pieces from each of them. And if you would buy the 15 colors one by one, then it would cost about like 45 euros, but in the box it's 35. So the 10 you can have for more beads or tutorial or coffee or ice cream or chocolate, whatever you desire. So this is also available for you now. And in the meanwhile, we are also making big preparations for the Beading School Advent Calendar. So I received this picture a few days ago from the Treasury. This is Timmy behind and partially under the pile of boxes that she unpacked in the matter of like 2 or 3 days. Timmy is my colleague who is like accepting the packages when they come from factories, warehouses, distributors, and then she is the one who divides them to our packing team, keeps track that who got what as homework. We have a team of like students and elderly people who are working from their home, repacking the big factory packs to small packs. So she keeps track that who is doing what. She even knows that, for example, this lady loves to work with the pearls, so she's always giving her the pearls. Or she remembers that the other lady loves to measure on the little scale, so then she doesn't get counting, but she gets the measuring stuff. So that's her daily task. And also she is taking pictures for the bead shop and uploading, preparing the beads for uploading. So she's a busy lady, and she nearly disappeared behind that pile, but all is well. So thank you so much for your attention today, ladies. I can't wait to see all your beautiful jewels during and after the weekend. And oh my God, Marta is asking, can we send Timmy some chocolate? Please do. Like, thank you so much, Marta. Like, I actually have here a box next to me, which I am sending to the Treasury. There is already some chocolate for the team. And every time when I'm thinking about the people that I have I don't want to say luck, but I have the chance to work with, everyone is in the team, I am just humbled by their enthusiasm and hard work, and how they are like every day just proving that this is the best possible team what we can have. Like, imagine situations that someone has too much on her table, like for example Timmy has too many packages, then no one needs to say to the team like that, go help Timmy. No, it's not how it's working. They are helping each other, they are looking out for each other. So it's amazing. So thank you so much for all your kindness towards them. I really appreciate your kindness and also the hard work of my lovely colleagues. So thank you so much for your company today, and wishing you a beautiful weekend, and see you soon. Bye bye.